So hi guys, today I want to cover a very controversial topic, and it's about salaries, and it's whether employers should ask you how much you're making. I'm going to cover it first from the point of view of the hiring manager, and then I'm going to cover it from the point of view of the candidate. So from a hiring manager's perspective, it has become illegal in 22 states to ask how much a person is making. And those are called salary history laws. What that means is if you are recruiting all over the country, all over the United States, or all over even Canada, you're not allowed to ask that question because it's illegal and you could be sued. So don't do it. That's not something I recommend you do. Do not ask about salary history unless you are sure, you've Googled it, and you know that in this locality you're allowed to ask. Generally, it's more common in the South, but you should definitely check online, check with a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, I'm a recruiter. So definitely do your diligence, but I don't recommend asking about salary. Well, I have two opinions. I have a professional opinion and I have my personal opinion. And since you're watching me, I'll tell you both. And my professional opinion matters more in my view because I run a successful staffing agency. We have 10 recruiters working for me. There's 11 of us. A revenue of about $1.7 million in 2022. So we're growing fast. And my professional opinion is if you are in the market, if you are a trader in the market, if you are a recruiter like us, or if you're not a recruiter, you've been a hiring manager, you've been talking to candidates day in and day out, you should know the market price for the person you want to hire. And the way you know the market price, we frankly don't ask about salary. That's not something that we do. I don't tell none of my 10 recruiters, including me, 11 of us, ask this. The question that we ask candidates is, what are your minimum base salary requirements? And then after you talk to 10, 20 people and they tell you how much they want to make, that's basically what that question means. What are your minimum base salary requirements? You know how much people want to make. You know the market price for this type of person. And if you're interviewing that person has the skills that you want or close to the skills that you want. So now you know one person tells you they want 90,000, another person tells you they want 180,000, but 10 people say they want about 110. You know the salary range is around 110, 115. And there are outliers. Someone wants 90, someone wants 180, but most cases you know how much a person is worth if you are in the market. And if you're not in the market, you don't have time to be in the market, use New Config. Use our services. We know the market price for salespeople, IT people, finance people, executives, accounting people. This is what we do day in and day out. So if you know the market, asking salary, how much they're making, doesn't really make sense. And if you are a good trader, you know their skill set and you know the market price for their skill set. You know their skill set by interviewing them, and after you interview them, if you're an expert in your field, you're a subject matter expert, you know if they're good in their skills or not. And you also know the market price because you've been interviewing people. So you know how much the person is worth in the market. So then you don't even need to know their current salary. The problem with knowing a person's salary is they could be very much underpaid. There's a lot of people that are underpaid in the market. And just because the person's making 90,000, but they have all this experience in IT configuration and leading a team, they're probably worth $150,000. They just haven't been in the market looking for a job for 5 years or 10 years. They've been a loyal person. That's the type of person you want. That's loyal. So if they're asking you for 140,000, even if they're asking you for 150, that's how much they're worth. You should pay them that because you know they're loyal and they'll stay with you. So the devil is in the details. I can't give you a general answer for every single position, but I can tell you this: asking salary, how much they're making, is not required. What you should do is what we do. Ask what is their minimum base salary requirements, and that way you don't ask them about their salary history and you won't get in trouble with the law. However, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not advising you as a lawyer. I'm just a recruiter, what people like to say, a random guy on YouTube. So do your due diligence with your legal department to get the right language, but that's the language we use. That is my professional opinion, that salary history should not matter and you should not ask it. My personal opinion is I'm a libertarian. And I don't think the government should be in the room to help negotiating a third entity when two people are negotiating. When people are negotiating, they should be free to negotiate between themselves. There shouldn't be a higher up entity telling them what to do. I think that's ridiculous. That's my personal libertarian opinion. And my professional opinion is salary doesn't matter. What they're making today doesn't matter. Now let's talk about the other side. If you are a job applicant, if you are an employee, if you're a potential employee, if you're looking for a job, and what should you do? What you should do is you should not answer that question if you are asked that question in a locality where that is illegal. That is my recruiting opinion, and the best way to say that is my minimum base salary requirements is this. And leave it as that, at that, if they ask you how much you're making. But they shouldn't even be asking you how much they're making, because in many states it's illegal. As a candidate, I don't think it's important to know how much you're making today. What's important is how much you're worth in the market. And that's, I guess, and I think that's my opinion for you if you're a hiring manager or if you're a candidate. I know it's a controversial topic. I hope I added value to you, whether you're a candidate or an employee. Yeah. That's my opinion. I'm an executive recruiter, a successful one. We go through this every day, day in and day out. We don't ask salary. We talk about what is your minimum base salary requirements. And what that basically means is how much you want to make. And that has always been successful with us. And that's how we've grown and been successful and keep growing. It's not required to ask that question. I hope I helped you. If you have any questions or you need advice about recruiting, contact me, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for our next video.